Welcome to BitBoy Crypto, home of the BitSquad, the largest and greatest, most awesome crypto community in all of the interwebs. This is Around the Blockchain. We're coming to you Monday through Friday, 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That's a good time. It's a good time. I'm DZ of Nottingham. I guess we're talking about Robinhood, so that's my name today. We got great topics, some great guests. We're going to get right into it. We're talking about Snoop Dogg, NFT whale, Ripple, getting into stablecoins, XRP Army. Are you here? Hit that like button. Hit hashtag XRP Army in the chat so we can see. And Robinhood's Bitcoin wallet. But let's get right into the guests. All the links are going to be in the descriptions. And I say that because CryptoBusy is at 198,000 subs. You're just right there. You're right there. If 20% of the people who end up watching live go to the channel, hit that subscribe button. Make sure you come back. We're going to push you over the edge. 200,000. I smell it. It's right around the corner. How you doing today, man?
Much appreciated. I'm good. Thank you for having me again.
Yeah, not a problem. Not a problem. And also coming in for the #1 spot, Altcoin Daily. They just crossed 1 million subs. They said, watch out, Ben. Is that true? Yeah. Silence is
true. Is that true? You asking me if it's true? You asking
I'm asking Altcoin Daily. What do you say, Aaron?
Hey, always trying to catch up to the great BitBoy Crypto. I'm just happy that I was able to, still stay ahead of Charles Hoskinson because that guy's got a fire YouTube channel.
Yeah, his live streams, they'll get thousands of views. I was looking at it yesterday. Also, we got CryptoJebb. He put out a really good video this morning or this afternoon. He has a coin that might double. So you got to go to his YouTube, check it out. He's always putting out great content. And back in the hot seat, he had yesterday off, and now he's back. He did do the morning stream. Ben Armstrong with the nice shirt. I'm hearing in the chat. The chat's liking the shirt, man. The chat is liking the shirt. They're saying, let's go.
Pretty solid.
All right. Let's first, before we get into that, let's check out the market watch right here. We have Bitcoin still having a green day. Market watch. We're up at 44,000, pushing, knocking on $45,000 door right here. We have Ethereum above 3,000. Was a little scary when it was at 2,800, up 4%. Bitcoin up 3%. We're talking about Ripple. Ripple's basically even trying to cross over. Hit that like button if you want Ripple to go above $1. Let's check the 24-hour chart here. We got Tezos up almost 20%. Arweave once again kind of having an okay week, all things considering. CeeLo up 41% on the week. If we look at some of the losers here, ooh, not too bad. Not too bad. BSV, I'm not going to say I like to see it, but I don't hate it either. All right, so let's go right to our first topic here. We have Snoop Dogg, NFT whale. There he goes. That's the dog father himself. So he revealed on Twitter that Snoop was secretly an NFT whale going by the name of Medici. He had tens of thousands of followers, barely followed anybody. He had almost $20 million NFT wallet, and he was keeping everything secret. Ben, I'm going to actually cut to you before we get into the nitty gritty here. Is Snoop the best West Coast rapper?
No. Like right now or ever?
Ever.
No, I mean, I do know that we did get into on one of my shows. I think it was this one, whether it's Biggie or Pac, and I'm taking Biggie, but you still got to say Pac is the best West Coast.
Okay.
I'm trying to think if there's
Acceptable
anybody
answer
out there that really. I mean,
really
Nate Dogg and Warren G were doing their thing. I like them a lot. Corrupt was pretty good for a while. I feel like I'm missing somebody though.
I mean,
who am I missing?
The game is okay. I wouldn't really put him up there. But
no, I wouldn't put the game up there by any stretch of the imagination.
All right.
Kendrick Lamar, I guess a lot of people are going to say.
I only bring that up because chat gets really heated when we bring up hip hop people. But I'm gonna keep it on you. So we have
Chat doesn't know anything about rap. Chat knows nothing about rap.
There you go. Let's
clearly they don't.
We are the rap experts here. We are the hip hop heads.
That's right. Well, Aaron and I are. I don't know about CryptoBusy. I know for sure there are a lot of comments about Jebb looking uncomfortable when we were debating Biggie or Pac. So that's what I remember seeing.
Come on.
All right. Well, we're talking about Snoop Dogg here. He had that giant whale wallet, and he was actually kind of teasing that he was famous. Said, look, I'm gonna let you know I'm actually a famous celebrity. I have all these crypto punks, Bored Ape. Yeah, it's almost $20 million. Twitter actually ridiculed him. They mocked him. They said, oh, I'm famous. Oh, don't worry. I'm famous, and this is going to send ripples. I think he said it was going to send shockwaves through the industry. And then, lo and behold, the next day, it was Snoop Dogg. It was actually, a fairly large, famous person. Now, Ben, You're really into
Well,
sports.
he is.
I mean,
think he is. I think he is 6. How tall is he? 6'3". He's pretty tall.
He's about my height.
Yeah.
Above the average American male height, that is. Now, are these rappers and these influencers and these athletes, are they going to actually convert any real percentage of people into cryptocurrency, or are they just, preaching to the choir here?
Well, 6'4" it says on Google, but I'll tell you what. Let's talk about the height. That's obviously much more important. But you can't trust Google. They said Akon was 5'10". Akon was 6 feet. So let's remember that. But look, now here's the thing, and I can comment on this as a very famous person, a very famous celebrity. I can comment on this and can make some opinions. But no, I'm just kidding, obviously. But I think that yes, the answer to that question is yes. Here, we talked about this morning a little bit. There is an echo chamber in crypto that does not think NFTs are as big of a deal as they are. You break NFTs down into, there are like degens. People look at NFTs similar to how we looked at small DeFi projects and finance coin projects in the summer of 2020, the DeFi summer, where you're just looking for the next thing to kind of degen into and be able to flip, and hopefully it's going to keep its value, and you're going to lose some money on some, but overall you're going to make money, right? That's how a lot of people in crypto look at these NFT projects, but this is not what NFT projects are. They have a lot more staying power and a lot more stability than people want to give them credit for, and they're going to continue to do that. Why? Because it's not just the crypto community getting into this. Rappers like Snoop Dogg and athletes like Steph Curry and maybe not Tom Brady on the NFT side necessarily, but when it comes to NFT specifically, Jay-Z was another person who bought a BitPunk. These people are drawing in, especially when they launch their own kinds of NFTs, whatever it might be, they're drawing in audience that are mega fans that aren't necessarily crypto people. And we've seen this all throughout the last year. So ultimately, this is having an impact. Now, is Snoop Dogg specifically having an impact on bringing more people into crypto? I don't know what the net gain of crypto users is from this. But overall, the celebrities are bringing in a different demographic of person than we've been used to seeing in crypto.
All right. I like that. And I agree. I believe that, if you have some ETH and you don't want to sell it, I too agree that I think NFTs, the right ones, are going to be a good hedge for the bear market. Let's talk about the bear market for a second. So Busy, you see it across the pond. You have, famous soccer players, maybe not as big here, but we have big basketball players, football players. You got the soccer players, you got the athletes, you got the artists. Now, during the bear market, do you think that these NFT influencers, are they going to stick around? Are they going to be, tweeting about their NFTs when Ethereum's losing 80% of its value?
Well, I guess we're gonna have to wait and see for that, but it's likely. I think with this new wave of NFT kind of mania, if you will, I think a lot more people are getting on board, and I was actually proved wrong the other day. I went out to go clubbing, which is something I hadn't done since the pandemic and all of that. And I was out there, and when they asked me what I did, I told them about crypto. We got into a big discussion, and everyone I met started talking about NFTs, and it really blew my mind because I'd really not heard too many other people in my circle talk about NFTs. And it just showed me that like a lot of other, young people, especially, which is a demographic we don't usually see on the YouTube channel as much, are getting into that kind of thing. And so I think that will stick with people as they're getting older as well. And I do think NFTs are kind of, really showing a lot more prowess than I thought they would originally. And, that's a good thing, definitely. And I think, with Snoop Dogg getting into it and with other big names getting into it, that's going to bring their following into it, by proxy. And all in all, I think it's a really good thing for crypto. Now, will they stick around after the bear market? I mean, we'll see. A lot of YouTube influencers like us didn't stick around for the bear market. So, if some of us can't stick around, will they stick around? Probably not, if it's going to not get them as much money. But at the same time, I'm sure there are a few who are actually, passionate about the technology side of things and the NFT side of things. So they may stick around. But
all right, I don't know why, but I'm picturing you like at the club, like holding your book, like. Hey, I wrote this.
Yeah, exactly.
I'll sign you a copy here. All right. Well, I hope you had a good time, and I'm sure you're staying safe.
Oh, that's great.
Now, Jebb, and I'm going to throw you under the bus here because, you're our youngest person here. So Snoop, I mean, he's got to be, I think I was looking at, he's like, early 50s. He's getting up there. Do you think this is really him that's doing all this? Because, I mean, he's typing, if you look at the Twitter of Medici's, like typing friends, like FRENS, and using all this quote unquote hip lingo. Is Snoop hip enough? Do you think it's like his assistant or his son instead, actually?
No, I think it's Snoop. Now, I don't listen to Snoop a whole lot, but what little I do know about him, no, this sounds right up his alley. This kind of degen mania in Snoop Dogg's territory, I think makes a whole lot of sense. I think his personality fits very, very close. I mean, look at this, right? You know, it's Snoop. Come on. I think Snoop is the kind of guy who would work very, very closely in crypto. And look, this whole topic of NFTs is really interesting because originally when I started learning about NFTs, I'm like, man, this is a joke. It's going to go the way of baseball cards. And yeah, you're going to get a $2 million baseball card every once in a while. The more I've researched and the more I've realized something very important. There's a game called League of Legends. There's a game called Overwatch. There's all these different games, right? Here's the thing. One of the biggest ways that these freemium games, these free games that still make hundreds of millions of dollars, make their money is by selling skins. Where am I going with this? I think everybody right now is debating, are NFTs here to stay? And that debate was actually already solved a very long time ago. Why? Because we learned that skins and DLC and all of these things in the video game world are very much here to stay. And people are always buying their favorite skin on League or their favorite skin in Overwatch or their favorite skin in whatever game you want to name it. Now we just have a way to make those same things, those same digital collectibles, completely non-fungible, reliant on a blockchain, and provably scarce. That's never existed before in the history of humankind. So the first question, as far as are NFTs here to stay, I completely think this is I think that, frankly, I think NFTs are such a big deal that they're going to be one of the things that will make the bear market not be as bad as it otherwise would be, because other people that would leave the cryptocurrency market are going to stay for the sake of their NFTs and the community that's being built around them. But yeah, I do actually personally think that that's Snoop Dogg himself doing this.
Okay.
He seems like the kind of person to enjoy it.
I'm not surprised that you're into purchasing skins. Puts the lotion
I've
on
never
skin,
bought
or
one
I
in
guess
my
the
life.
hose again.
I just know
All
about
right. Well, that's funny you mentioned a $2 million baseball card, because his first purchase was $2 million. He grew it from, zero all the way up to around 20 million. Now, this wasn't like starting with $10 and flipped it all the way there. He injected $2 million of capital just immediately. Now, Altcoin Daily, can you see mainstream, crypto holders or even mainstream America getting behind the idea of an expensive JPEG?
I think we're seeing it right now. I think people are all for it. And obviously, I think there's definitely going to be a bear market of some kind, even in like regular collectibles like baseball cards. The market goes in ebbs and flows. But I mean, people are already down. Now, I personally don't think that that's actually Snoop Dogg tweeting. I bet, Snoop Dogg's 50 years old, millionaire, movie star, changed the game with the rap. The guy has people on his staff. The guy does Twitch streams. And this is how I think the conversation went. Hey, you guys see Jay-Z and M doing all these NFTs? Get me on this NFT shit. Here, you're making $100K a year. Now you're my NFT guy. And this guy is, whoever's working for him knows the lingo, says, friends are FRENS, says, GM, gonna make it. Good morning.
Yep.
The thing is, Snoop Dogg, Jay-Z, all these people getting into NFTs, of course, it's going to be huge for cryptocurrency. There's used to be the saying in the Bitcoin community, everything is good for Bitcoin. Everything is good for Bitcoin and cryptocurrency, because tons of NFTs will, not make it in the end. But everybody is logging on, getting used to wallets, getting used to trading, and all these like learning curves. It used to be a big barrier for Bitcoin and cryptocurrency. Now the younger generation is learning all about them, and it's just, taking Bitcoin and cryptocurrency to this whole next level. So I think it's great.
Let me ask you some of what you just said. You said, we used to say everything is good for Bitcoin. Is it right now? Is it everything is good for Ethereum?
Hey, yeah, this is Ethereum cycle to lose. Yeah. Everything is great for Ethereum, especially this cycle. And like all this stuff, it's good for Bitcoin, of course, but like the stuff that's happening this cycle with DeFi and NFTs, it's especially good for Ethereum and Ethereum interoperators and competitors, because not only is this like most NFT stuff and most DeFi stuff directly interacting with Ethereum, which is the brand name, but it's it's because of Ethereum's monetary policy change with EIP 1559. It's like the more demand, the less supply. It's like, what you just said is right. It's like if everything's good for Bitcoin, everything's good for Ethereum on steroids.
Yeah, the flames are hitting the tinderbox on that. And you can look at any metric over the past year, whether it's year to date or since January 1st. I think the stats would tell the same tale there. Well, XRP Army, we're going to talk about your favorite topic. Make sure you go ahead and hit that like if you like us talking about XRP. We're only at 1,000 likes right now. I know we can get that up to at least 2,000. So let's get that up. There's everyone's favorite fidget spinner. All right, so Ripple, they got some big news. We're not going to talk about the court date or the court cases or anything like that. Maybe we'll talk about it tomorrow if some new developments come out. But they got some big news with a stable coin in the country of Bhutan. I know I like to wear Sean John in Bhutan, so I think it's Bhutan. So they're collaborating with that country. It's the only carbon negative country. I was looking at their GDP. They're not exactly super big. I think it was ranked 172. So, it's in the billions. It's, it's along the same lines. It's like in El Salvador, a Paraguay or something like that. It's not a Germany. It's not a Japan. It's not a Russia, China, America. But we still are talking about, a country adopting a CBDC and using Ripple Labs' technology. So, I mean, this is, going to be big. I'm going to cut right to it. Ben, is the real takeaway from this story that, I'm asking you because you talked to Akon. Is this bearish for XLM?
Look, I don't want to FUD my friends' bags.
I like
I
it.
don't want to FUD
I
my
like
friends'
it.
bags. We have issues with XLM. I could get into one. Now, look, the technology, fine. Good. I think, Akon launching Acoin on XLM. I think that's good. Now XLM price will go up. It's much more centralized than XRP is, and people know there are issues with that as well. Some people have a lot of issues with some centralization. We do know that, one level of centralization was that, Brad Garlinghouse and Ripple Labs were selling XRP throughout the bear market, keeping the price low. This is factual. They admitted this. In order to keep their company profitable. So, it has some issues as well. XLM worse. They burned like a gigantic part of their supply without even telling anybody. They're just like, oh, yeah, we burned a huge amount of the supply.
Yeah.
So there's some issues there for sure. But look, XLM, this is the way I've started looking at it. I actually kind of look at XLM as versus XRP as like Kusama Polkadot. Because XLM, what they're doing with Akon, what they're doing in Ukraine, what they're doing in some other parts of the world, like Africa, is they are creating kind of canary networks for what XRP could look like in the future. Working with CBDCs and working with stablecoins. So you don't think it's a coincidence that, Ukraine's talking about creating their CBDC on XLM. Well, now we've got XRP and Ripple stablecoins coming as well. So, if you look at what a CBDC is, I mean, in a way, it is a stable coin itself, right? Because it's pegged to the value of the currency. And I think it's really interesting also the way Ukraine is going to be trying to accept Bitcoin too and doing a CBDC. I think this is a good prototype for the future of the way crypto will, coexist with one another. It's not like CBDCs will wipe out Bitcoin or Bitcoin will wipe out CBDCs. We're going to have this future where a lot of it is, commingled, if you will. So I think really the big takeaway from this story is the geography here, is Bhutan, where it is in Asia. We are seeing big moves from Ripple around the world, specifically right now with that APAC region. So they're making big moves. They've been working with banks there. They have the Japanese ODL, deal that they made a while back. Some other, Japanese exchanges listing it. So there's a lot going on in that region. I think that's something to watch.
Yeah, we have the remittances between them and Japan. Yeah, so I mean, we're definitely seeing a lot of moves. We had a couple super chats I wanted to get to. Air to the Ron, Mac Dre, best West Coast rapper, and maybe my favorite fan here, Riam El Al-Lami. DZ's looking extra spicy. All right, well, I did have some spicy food, and I tried a peppercorn hot sauce for this lunch, so that's all it is. That's why maybe I'm
stop the
flush.
show for that.
I'm flush for that. Well, it's 369 Dubai dollars, so it was just like about a third. So they paid over 100. I wanted to be nice there.
Nice.
All right. Well, let's talk about South Asia. So they recently, the Japan and Philippines thing, that was about $2 billion. Now, are they trying to maybe expand too quickly? Busy, I'm gonna take it to you. You're the closest proximity here. Are they trying to expand? They have all these issues in the Western world. They have court cases they're getting, including Great Britain, including America. Are they trying to expand too quickly? Are they doing too much too soon here?
I don't know. It's always interesting to see companies tackle multiple things. Like you said, is it spreading themselves too thin, or is it at the same time expanding whilst they still have the opportunity to? I think they're probably doing the right thing in exploring other opportunities whilst they can. Right? I mean, you've already amassed so much, you might as well keep expanding and keep on doing. It's just like, if one of us wanted to go into doing different styles of videos, different styles, it's like, why not, right? As long as you're still putting the right effort in with other things and you're still you're still doing it, then why not? So I think it's a good thing that they are doing that. And I know, Tom is the other person who runs the channel with me. He's a big XRP guy. So I'm sure in terms of Ripple, he's happy about that. But I do think it's a good thing. I would say it's not spreading themselves too thin. I'm a little bit interested to see what happens in the coming month, but yeah, we'll see.
Not financial advice, of course, but busy. It is under $1 right now. We're at 99 cents. Would you consider it a buy at this moment?
I know Tom would definitely consider it a buy. So
okay,
yeah.
okay. Nice political answer there. Nice little skirt around. All right, so Jebb, the XRP army. I know they attack your chat. They're attacking our chat, but in a good way. What's up, XRP army? That they're saying, Ada. We got a little battle going on right now. So the XRP army, they come in, they come out strong. There's so much FUD, and they're dragging everything out, and they're piecing out little things. Do you worry about the XRP army? Like, is there enough news to keep them from running out of steam, or is all this FUD eventually gonna, derail them off the tracks here?
I don't think so, because I think the XRP army realizes that a lot of the stuff that's being leveled against XRP is just that FUD. Like, for example, I came on this show and I was blatantly wrong about something, and Ben called me on it. Hands up, I admit when I'm wrong. I was wrong on what I said about a month ago about XRP. Gone and done a lot more research on it. And quite frankly, there's a lot of people who throw a lot of shade at XRP and they don't know what they're talking about. And sometimes we all fall into that trap. I was one of them. And here's the thing. XRP actually does have a lot of reasons that it has value. And I do think that it is being suppressed quite a bit by the court case going on. I think the XRP army realizes that. And I think the XRP army understands that, hey, the price is a lot lower right now than it really should be. It's trading under $1 when its all-time high is $3.30 back in late 2017. I remember when it ran up there live. I watched it happen. I think that it's going to moonshot after that XRP case is done with. I think we're going to see that it's going to go up a lot. And I think they're really waiting to see, hey, is Gary Gensler and the SEC going to get off Ripple's back, and is Ripple, the company, going to be able to do what it wants to do with XRP? And I think that is going to happen. I think XRP Army realizes that, and I think they're waiting for that because there's like a 200% chance. There's a very solid argument to be said that there's about to be like a 200% run on XRP back to all-time high, maybe even higher because of that court case. So yeah, I think they are going to be able to sustain, and I think they have a good reason to be.
All right, just to provide a counterpoint, I will say there's more tokens issued than there were back then, so it is going to be. I feel like it will have a little bit of resistance. I don't know. I mean, we'll see. We are going to see. Now, Altcoin Daily. I know altcoin is in your name. I'm afraid. Don't get mad at me. Don't feel free to skirt around the answer here. When's the last time y'all bought some XRP?
Oh, I never have.
Oh, wow. Okay.
But like, there's tons of coins that do well. I'm a pretty conservative investor myself. There's tons of people who are going to make more money in crypto than me, but I'm doing pretty well. And I'm certainly, and anybody's welcome to buy or sell XRP. It's all good.
All right. Do you have any kind of macro assessment? Would you say, like it's just something you're keeping an eye on, or is this something like, you wouldn't touch with
Definitely. It's a leader in the crypto. It's a leader in the cryptocurrency space. It makes the news. They're, going through, the major lawsuit with the American SEC. So of course, keep it on the radar. Always trying to learn about it. By the way, Gary Gensler, his favorite rapper/rap song, Warren G. Regulate.
Okay, that was good. And I'm actually going to give you 2 points just for that. That was good. That was good.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
Thank you. Here's the thing, XRP. It definitely, it definitely is better than XLM or Stellar. Here's the thing: there's just a lot of, as far as like, I certainly think as soon as the SEC, I don't expect the SEC to come down on them hard. They might get off completely. They probably just get a slap on the wrist, and then they'll probably be able to continue and get relisted on some exchanges. And in the more maturing stages of a bull market, of course, it's going to pump, and that's going to, signal blue skies for XRP. So it could be a great trade this year. As far as like the long-term use case, there's too many unknowns for me to be a long-term XRP bull. Can't be a world reserve currency, bridge between different assets if it can't do business in America. And you could be successful in other places around the world. But, let's see what the SEC says. And then, I will become an XRP bull. I'll be saying, 589 is in its math or whatever the meme is. As soon as we start seeing major banks regularly using XRP in an increasing way, if we see that kind of fundamental trend change, I don't mind hopping into the party late. I'll buy XRP at $5 and wait for it to pump to 30. I don't mind doing that.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm glad you addressed that, because I was going to say, the XRP army is going to say you're too late. Well, one last question on this, Ben. I'm going to talk to you. Maybe you have some a particular inside, angle that maybe these other people or no one else might have even. So the publicists, they released a statement. They were saying, we're looking at this, the first of many more to come. They're looking for 85% financial inclusion with the digital currency by next year. So the publicist of Ripple X is one of the people that works in the ecosystem. They're saying it's the first of many more to come. Is this actually the first of many more to come, or is this just like publicist talk trying to hype it up?
100%. I mean, this is taking over. This is what the SEC case was about. It was about suppressing the price of XRP while the banks accumulated as much as possible, because they know they're all going to be using it. All the banks are going to be using it, and or at least 90% of the banks are going to be using it. There's 10% out there that maybe aren't as wicked as the rest, but all the major ones are. And so this infrastructure is coming. RippleNet is going to tie the entire thing together. Also, DZ, I do want to call you on one thing. You are correct. There are, and look at, there was Aaron for a second, that little shyster. He's okay getting in late. He's gonna have to come on my channel and be like, "You were right," and I can't wait for that. But DZ, I want to ask you specifically.
About stablecoins, though.
Hey, listen. Also, Aaron, I do want to say, while we have you on air, person to person, congratulations on 1 million subscribers. So, you guys did phenomenal on that, and was very excited to see you get there. Now, thanks, attack me.
No. Well, what are your thoughts as far as like a long-term fundamentally for XRP? So I have nothing to do with the price this year, but fundamentally, this explosion in all sorts of stable coins, it's certainly not, if there were stable coins in like the make or die situation being built within, on the XRP ledger, that's one thing. But what about all these other stable coins? Isn't that, it's kind of a competition for XRP,
Sure. Tell whatever stable coin you think is going to be used. Tell them to create an infrastructure and a user interface that can tie all the banks together at once. Tell them to do that. When they can do that, that stablecoin will do phenomenal. The secret sauce of XRP is not the token. It is RippleNet. It is the infrastructure that ties everything together. There's nothing like it out there. And in fact, we covered a patent, a payments patent that came out. It mentioned the word Ripple and XRP countless times in it. It is a new way for banks to do remittance payments. It is including XRP. They're not including stablecoins. And by the way, stablecoins in general are going to continue to get overregulated, and they're going to get crushed. We know the staking returns are going away from stablecoins. You can check that on Celsius. Get them while you can. That's what I got to tell you. BTC, you'll still be able to stake it. Ethereum, still be able to stake it. XRP, still be able to stake it. Stable coins are getting attacked like no other. So the banks do not see, Bitcoin as a threat. They see stable coins as a threat because it affects their interest rates, or it exposes their interest rates as extremely bad returns, along with, of course, competing with the bond market. So that's my thoughts on the stable coins. I don't see them as competitors. But remember, the key is not this rallying cry of everybody that's anti-XRP, this cry that well, the banks can just do it on their own. They can't. They would have already done it. Somebody made a comment in our chat yesterday and said that he works for a major bank. And of course, I can't verify this information, but he said that he works for a bank. And he said, trust me, our bank, it's a major bank, 10 to 15 years behind technology. So who out there is creating it? That's what I would say.
Okay.
But I want to get back to these.
Yeah, the fastball. Throw me the fastball here.
You're correct that there are more XRP tokens out there circulating than there were. But do you know what numbers those are, instead of just making it sound like maybe there's 10 times more coins on the market?
That is a good point, and I didn't clarify, and you're absolutely correct.
Do you have the information?
I couldn't even give you a guesstimate there. I mean, This
is like when you asked me about funding rates.
I would say it's at least just judging by what Jedd McCaleb has received and the market cap. I mean, it could be less than 20%. Now that I'm doing the math in my head, it could be kind of low. Dang it. Is it
it's
low?
About 17.5%.
I was close. I tell you, I had that accounting background. I had that accounting background. All right. Well,
yeah.
Let's go.
It's basically, just so everybody understands. Now, this is at the peak in 2017 when it was hitting the all-time high that we talked about. There were about 38 billion coins, and right now there's 46.
All right. Well, all right, good. That's why you watch the channel. We got all these guests, we got all these perspectives, and all together we make a super hive mind. So go ahead and smash that like if you like all this good information, especially you, XRP Army. We got to see that you're in here. We're not even at 2,000 likes. Hit that button already. What are you doing? All right, let's cover this last topic real quick. We're going to talk about Vlad the Wallet Impaler here. Robinhood just released, not the one in tights, nor are we talking about Kevin Costner here. So they just released a big announcement. Robinhood is about to allow you to start trading and holding your Bitcoin. You can send it out. Starting next month, the first customers will begin testing crypto wallets on Robinhood. After that, we will continue to roll out access to more and more customers through our wait lists. So it looks like they're going to have a little bit of a wait list. They're going to be able to send out crypto. They're going to be able to send out Bitcoin at least to start. All right, I'm going to cut right to the chase here. Now, Jebb, is it too late for Robinhood with the whole Wall Street bets fiasco and then, not really having your Bitcoin? And I mean, let's just be real. Is it too late for them, for crypto economy to really embrace them, or the crypto sphere?
I don't think so. I think Robinhood is going to get a lot of adoption from people that are newer to cryptocurrency because they're already trading on Robinhood for stocks. For example, I talked to a CEO today that has run a $50 million company, and he was just getting into cryptocurrency. I told him, if you ever want to talk about crypto, I'm here. And he said, yeah, I trade crypto a little bit on Robinhood. And it was like, he didn't know much about it, but he was using Robinhood because he had used it for stocks. So I think a lot of the newer people to cryptocurrency are getting into it from this. I don't think they're too late, but here's what I do think. I think Robinhood torpedoed their reputation with the whole Wall Street bets thing back in, February, January, earlier on in this year.
Seems like lifetime ago.
I know, right? It seems like it was a decade ago. No, but the other thing is when they went IPO, if I'm not mistaken, I don't have the chart in front of me. It was not a good IPO. Does anybody remember how exactly bad it was? Because they dropped really, really far.
They got crushed.
They opened.
It was horrible.
Crushed.
I think
it was terrible.
Set the record. I think
they went from 70 down to 40. It was pretty bad. And that does not set a good precedent for a new publicly traded company. So no, I don't think that. Here's the thing. Robinhood has a lot of potential. The problem is they should have allowed you to actually be able to withdraw your cryptocurrency and have wallets and everything a long time ago. I understand they didn't have the functionality for it. I understand this is taking time. Believe me, I understand the issues of running a company. But I think if they had have gotten here 9 months ago, like I think they had the ability to, they would have a lot more potential to eat up a lot more market share than they're going to now. Because ever since they started getting involved in crypto, we've seen Venmo accept crypto. We've seen now the PayPal app itself is starting to allow crypto transactions. In fact, I think the thing on Twitter where you're able to send cryptocurrency over Lightning and Strike is going online here relatively soon. I think that might have just happened today. So there's a bunch of new payment methods for crypto on mobile that didn't exist before. And Robinhood had a golden opportunity almost a year ago to be first move to have first mover advantage, and they kind of soiled it. So they might still be successful, but I don't think they'll be successful on the scale that they were going to be if they had gotten here earlier.
All right, and we're running out of time, so I'm gonna end it with this one with you, Busy. Now the hamster wearing the tinfoil hat starting to run on the wheel here for me. Now they're saying this is starting next month. We only got a week, and then boom, it's next month. Do you think that they're gonna have to hold a significant amount of Bitcoin? Do you think they've already bought the Bitcoin? And on top of that, we just had a major dip. Do you think they maybe bought the dip this past week?
I mean, yeah, the tinfoil hat's really on right now. But yeah, I'd say they probably have, to be honest. They probably made most of it. I mean, why not, right? I mean, we saw other institutions doing so. So I don't see why they wouldn't. And I'm sure they would have had to, accumulate a lot if they're planning on, like you said,
all right.
rolling out.
Well, sticking on that, let's say they have a quarterly earnings report and it is like, hey, we bought $100 million of Bitcoin. Is that gonna, or do we pump the markets? Do we start this next leg if that happens?
I don't. I mean, yeah. I mean, sure, it'll probably have some effect, but I don't think just them by themselves will necessarily kickstart a whole, further bull run. But I think that mixed with a few other things, fundamentally, technically, whatever, then that help. And I think, the way we're actually looking technically right now is actually quite nice. We've broken through a decent level on Bitcoin itself, so I am actually expecting things to go up quite shortly. So I do think, they've probably been accumulating, and that's a good thing. But like Jebb was saying with all of the whole Wall Street bets fiasco, it's still a bit like, do I really want to trust Robinhood with my money, and do I really want to put my money there? So I personally wouldn't be using it, but it's also going to be good for adoption. It's going to be good for getting new people into crypto. So at the same time, I'm not going to complain. I just hope that they do the right thing this time.
Yeah. All right. And that's all I will say this. Watch when the quarterly earnings report, Doge is going to be the thing that pumps, because the vast majority of their transactions are Doge. So that's probably going to be the big story. Oh my God, they bought so much Doge for this quarter.
Can I just say real quick?
Yeah, go for it, man.
Just 30 seconds. Imagine this scenario, guys. Robinhood allows Ripple wins the SEC case. Robinhood decides to list XRP. People are able to withdraw their XRP finally. What demand? Snoop Dogg does a market buy of $17 million after selling all his NFTs. It is revealed that Snoop Dogg is BitBoy's inside source.
All right, that was the plot twist we didn't see coming.
Whoa.
All right, that is all we got time for today. Thank you, Rian, for the super chat there. It looks like that little break was all he needed to come back and get onto the champion seat. Ben, you won your own show. Go ahead and leave us with some parting thoughts.
Why would I win my own show? Was it on the calendar for me to win today? I didn't see it. Hey, listen, here's the thing, guys. I do want to talk about XRP for one moment, and I do want to talk about Snoop Dogg because you guys may not know this. There's a connection between the two. Does anybody remember the connection? You probably don't.
I just saw
a few years ago at Ripple's yearly conference, the Swell Conference, there was an after party. An official after party for the Swell Conference. Who was the headlining musician? That's right, Snoop Dogg. That's true. You guys can look this up. You can look it up. He was right in there. I think it was the one where Bill Clinton spoke actually as well. So, look, does Snoop Dogg have XRP? I will be betting on yes.
All right, and that's all we got time for today. CryptoBusy, 2,000 away from 200,000. Go in the description, check out all the channels, smash that subscribe button once you're in there, and that's all we got time for today, BitSquad. Easy out.